Kalau tadi kaitannya sama built environment, itu pertama misalnya ketika kita bicara soal sanitasi, harusnya itu air limbah yang dikeluarkan oleh kegiatan di dalam rumah itu harusnya diolah, ya, sehingga keluaran output dari air yang sudah di treatment itu harus menghasilkan air yang memenuhi baku mutu, ya. Jadi sederhana sekali, kita bisa lihat di peraturan KLH itu tentang baku mutu air yang diproses melalui water treatment system itu ada. Kalau yang kita terapkan di perumahan kami, mudah-mudahan itu sudah memenuhi syarat baku mutu, bahkan sesuai dengan standar dari Singapura. Kemudian seperti contoh drainage, ya, kita juga berharap hadirnya, ya, kegiatan pembangunan ini jangan kemudian membutuhkan banjir, ya, selama ini momok di mana-mana. Kita bisa tidak menggunakan teknologi yang sederhana saja tetapi konsisten, contoh biopori misalnya, ya, menggunakan kolam retensi dan sebagainya. Nah, ini tentu sudah perlu dirancang, ya. Jadi kalau kita bicara tentang green tadi, minimal, ya, kita juga bisa mengurangi eksternalitas negatif, ya, dari dampak pembangunan yang sedang kita laksanakan, gitu, ya. Jadi itu mungkin dari segi sanitasi, ya, dari segi drainase juga ada, mungkin dari segi ruang terbuka hijau, ya. Bagaimana setiap kawasan itu ada patokan yang kita lakukan, kita perhatikan, ya. Mungkin PSU itu kalau bisa ya 40-60, ya, Pak Samson. Jadi ada, ya, ruang tempat bermain anak-anak, ya, tempat melakukan kegiatan sosial atau mungkin kegiatan-kegiatan yang bisa meningkatkan modal sosial, yaitu ya perlu dipikirkan juga, ya. Barangkali ini bisa menjadi sebuah kriteria ke depan terkait dengan green built environment, kira-kira begitu. Mungkin dari saya bisa memberikan jawaban seperti itu, Pak Samson.
Boleh saya bantu jawab, Pak? Sama nggak saya jawab?
Silakan, Pak.
Ya. Baik, yang pertama tadi udah dijawab, tapi kalau saya melihatnya, kalau yang sekarang itu fokus di rumahnya, ini bisa jadi plus sebetulnya, green plus. Nanti sambil jalan dibuatkan ratingnya, bahwa rating tadi tidak hanya di rumah. Sebagaimana juga kita bangun, kita bukan bangun rumah tadi, kita bangun peradaban, jadi memang utuh dengan perangkat keseluruhan. Lalu kalau yang nomor 2, kalau ini mungkin kita fokus lebih ke ratingnya. Bagaimana kita ada lembaga rating yang kredibel, ya, itu yang menurut saya yang lebih penting, sehingga green tadi betul-betul green, bukan green agak abu-abu, kan nggak seperti itu, ya, greennya green bener gitu. Nah, kalau konteksnya kredibilitas dari rating, siapa yang menerbitkan itu tadi menjadi bisa siapa saja, ya, apakah itu pemerintah ataukah itu private atau yang lembaga independen. Yang penting bahwa ketika dia mencertified green itu harus kredibel. Kalau saya melihatnya seperti itu, sehingga tidak harus pemerintah yang mengeluarkan, kalau sudah ada yang melaksanakan, monggo itu diperkuat. Nah, tinggal tugas kita secara kolektif, bagaimana gerakan green ini bisa membesar menjadi suatu program, menjadi suatu, ya, yang menjadi sesuatu yang masif sifatnya. Jadi yang hari ini, ya, kita sebutnya baru awalan lah. Tapi 4 bulan dari sekarang bagaimana berkembang terus dan seterusnya. Seperti itu mungkin Pak Samson. Mudah-mudahan bisa.
Kalau kita lihat inovasi teknologi precast juga sudah sangat banyak sebetulnya yang bisa mendukung hal-hal seperti ini. Tapi memang kita masih menggunakan yang konvensional ini. Memang ini ke depan tantangan daripada pemerintah untuk melakukan inovasi-inovasi baik dari sisi regulasi. Sehingga tadi Pak Asnal bilang green government itu salah satunya regulasi bisa memenuhi tuntutan zaman. Silakan, ada Bu Dau, do you have comment? Atau Pak Hidayat, ada yang mau perlu disampaikan?
There is a question in terms of how does a green design for the community, not just the housing itself. I think that was part of the question. I think this is an area where from the World Bank, our urban team, there is tools to rate actually green cities, for instance, right? Urban areas. So essentially, there are definitely models that can be used to measure infrastructure, the greening of infrastructures. So that is, I would say, the other end of the question. So when we're thinking about greening, I think when Pak Taufik mentioned Ciputra mission of not really building houses, but building communities and cities, we could not agree more. Exactly for that perspective, when a developer design a project for low income even, there needs to be some thoughts in terms of the social aspect and the green aspect, the livability aspect of that community. I do not think that at this point in time, the EDGE tool is measuring that, but I do know the IFC has another tool called APEX. And that APEX tool, I wonder if Ibu Farida may be able to talk to that. But that is really a tool to looking at more of a city level, infrastructure level, transportation system, for instance, and the green aspect of it. So I just want to share another dimension that from the World Bank perspective, how we work from an urban perspective. I do have another follow-on question to what Pak Rian just now mentioned about coal ash availability in South Sumatra, and also what Pak Asnawi has presented. I feel this coal ash is really quite an important potential construction material. I'm very concerned about the use of red brick, because that I have seen how that is basically being produced. So I would like to hear more in terms of the comparative cost of producing these Haba blocks, using coal ash, and what is the scalability of using this coal ash, which as now we say that PUPERA is now asking more people to take on this coal ash and produce it. I think that is an area where I'm very keen to learn more about. Thank you so much.
Terima kasih Pak Taufik. Tadi ada pertanyaan Budau ke Pak Asnawi terkait dengan perbandingan harga apa dengan batu bara. Mohon bisa ditampilkan Bu. Yang tadi pertanyaan Budau terhadap Pak Asnawi dan juga Pak Rian tadi.
Okay, thank you Bu Dao for the question. Till now, I would like to inform you that financially not really competitive with another material, building materials. But we not only speaking about financial competitiveness, I think, we can collaborate actually to make this competitive financially. For example, we need to sit together with PLTU, Bu Dao, because it's actually limbah, They need to throw the limbah out as far as they can. So if we then collaborate, the material can be used, maybe support from PLTU, and this production can then financially feasible. So not only speaking about today, we need support from the government, from the PLTU, to minimize these problems. If we looking this opportunity, if we see this opportunity is very potential, yeah, to make then this externalitas negatif minimized, ya. Jadi based on my research, in this circumstance, yeah, without support, actually we can produce, yeah, and we can competitive with Red Bricks and Herbal, but financially not too feasible if we offer this product to the purely corporate, yeah. But if we see this in the environmental perspective, I am very I'm sure, yeah, that this is very good for us, yeah, in comprehensive perspective. So but for us, Ihud RC, yeah, because we have commitment to support environmentally product, this is no matter, yeah. We have no profit, yeah, big profit, yeah, to supply this material, but for us this is very good benefit for us, yeah, to support environmentally building. This is the point. But if we can collaborate with PLTU, yeah, I'm sure, yeah, this is very competitive, yeah, with the another building materials. And what's volume production potential of this material? Wow, we can directly visit the PLTU, yeah. They have many problems now, yeah. Each year they produce many faba, yeah. They don't know how they manage this. So this is very potential. So we need to sit together, speak, communicate, yeah, and I'm sure, yeah, in the future with million housing, we build with this material very competitive and very good for us, yeah, worth it, very worth it. And in this circumstance where economic low, yeah, we can encourage many small scale enterprise go down, yeah. Actually, this is very important, yeah, for us. And I am sure, yeah, and I ask you, yeah, with Pak Heri, maybe come to Central Java, yeah, see directly, yeah, in the field what we have done, yeah. The housing is very green, yeah. We minimize the electricity because a lot of penerangan, yeah, and the ventilation is good, yeah. But we produce this building faba, flat ash and bottom ash from PLTU. That's my question. That's my answer.
Thank you so much, Pak Asnawi.